súper recontra líder, jefe, lo amamos, de programación de los bots para WhatsApp. Entonces, lo primero que quiero que hagamos es que le digamos hola y pongámosle hola, 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 hola para saludar a todos y ya vamos a dejar que se presente. So, hi, how are you? Hey, Jenia.
Hey there, guys. Nice to meet you, everyone.
If you want to introduce yourself, and I'll just translate as we go.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm a product owner at Manychat, and I'm currently responsible for developing WhatsApp integration. So I lead a team of developers and designers that work on the WhatsApp experiences within Manychat platform. And hopefully we can come out of that really soon with all the useful feedback and help that we're receiving from you guys, from support you're showing in beta community on Facebook. If you're not a part of it, please welcome, join. It's really helpful to exchange experiences, ask questions, and this will a productive cooperation, hopefully. And basically, what else I can tell? Today, my colleagues will be joining me to hear some firsthand feedback from you guys. Sorry, am I talking too much? Because I guess it will be hard for you to translate.
I can retain a lot of information and then translate. No worries at all.
Okay, yeah, sure. I forgot I forgot that I'm speaking to foreign audience. I'm sorry, guys.
Ok, chicos, nos está contando que él no es solamente el gerente del producto, sino que es literalmente el dueño del departamento de producto de WhatsApp dentro de Manychat, o sea que es el encargado del equipo de diseño, el equipo de programación, el equipo de todo. Entonces, básicamente, estamos hablando con el papá de los tomates, con la última chupadita del mango, con la última Coca-Cola del desierto, encargado de todo lo que es WhatsApp. Entonces, nos está agradeciendo a los que estamos en el grupo de Facebook de beta de WhatsApp, que él espera pues que pronto salgamos ya de beta gracias a todo el feedback y toda la ayuda que nos han brindado dentro de las distintas comunidades, a todos aquellos de ustedes que son también parte del beta de Manychat nativo en español, también nos está agradeciendo montones y que esperamos que hoy se nos unan unos amigos de él que también están listos para escuchar todo lo que tengamos que decir nosotros. And awesome. Okay, so we're not going to open up the question section just yet. So I was telling them during the class, during the past 2 classes, we have been seeing everything that is available now. I gave them a riddle to try to figure out, you know, that piece of news you gave me that no one can know. I gave them an impossible riddle. No one has been able to figure it out. So if you want to share, awesome. If you don't want to share, awesome as well. They are having a panic attack trying to decipher the riddle. So that's been fun. Entonces, chicos, estamos hablando que hoy vamos a ver un poco sobre noticias, sobre cosas que vienen. No vamos a empezar todavía con la sección de preguntas. Le estoy contando a Jenia que hemos tenido un acertijo que nadie ha logrado descifrar. Vamos a ver si hoy nos dan la respuesta o no. So, to start this up, is there anything 2 seconds? Sorry, the puppies are having like a lot of fun. Okay, so to start this off, we are going to ask you first. What has been your favorite part about developing for WhatsApp? ¿Qué ha sido lo favorito de Zenia a la hora de desarrollar para WhatsApp?
It's hard to tell. I can definitely tell what is not my favorite part about developing WhatsApp. Well, definitely I can tell that there is a huge market for WhatsApp, and making it available to the broader audiences is actually very, very exciting for the whole team, because the WhatsApp Business API is one of the most expected, like along with Instagram, because well, you can statistics, obviously, like 2 billion users around the world is no joke. and WhatsApp is #1 messaging platform in so many countries, Latin America, Europe, some of the Middle East, Asia as well. So yeah, it's a worldwide platform, and tapping into this is very exciting. So the trick will be to understand the value that people are getting or expecting to get, and what can we offer for like within the limitations that we have, which are resources, money, because there are a lot of paid features in WhatsApp, and it's not, the technical solution is very different from any other API, which makes its development really not an easy task. Hopefully this all can be solved, and will deliver a great product for you guys to drive tremendous value, both for your business and your clients.
Súper, qué emoción. Acá, chicos, le pregunté a Zenia que qué es lo favorito que ha sido para él programar dentro de WhatsApp, y nos hace el chiste que más bien que ha sido lo menos favorito, porque ha sido todo un torbellino de emociones esta programación. Pero que el equipo se ha estado sumamente emocionado por el hecho de la cantidad de gente que usa WhatsApp. O sea, es que son 2 billones de usuarios en todo el mundo. Es el principal canal de comunicación en muchísimos países, en literalmente todos los continentes. Entonces, que ha sido para ellos sumamente interesante ver dentro de las limitaciones, claro, que ya Facebook nos ha colocado, qué es lo que podemos hacer, cómo podemos aprovecharlo, hasta dónde podemos hacerlo llegar. Entonces, vamos a ver aquí. Quiero que ya empiecen a dejar sus preguntas para Zenia. Recuerden que no en el chat, please, no en el chat. Tenemos abajo una que son 2 burbujitas de chat, ¿ok? 2 burbujitas de chat. Ahí pueden dejarnos sus preguntas para el equipo. Okay, so let's talk about limitations, because I was telling everyone during the past 2 days, like, do not connect your personal phone. I use the same metaphor you and I used of the cousins that stopped talking to each other and they're not family anymore. And everyone was like, oh, okay, I finally understand why I can't connect my personal phone number. And we talked about the 24-hour rule. Of course, everyone had the same comment as I did. We do not work on Sundays. What are we going to do? Well, you use the templates. So we studied templates. So let's talk a little bit about the limitations and how we can circumvent them. Acá, chicos, vamos a hablar un segundito sobre las limitaciones que hemos estado viendo. Por ejemplo, que no podemos pegar nuestro número personal, por lo que hemos hablado de que Facebook dice, este ya no es familia. Y lo de las 24 horas, que sabemos que la gran mayoría de nuestras empresas cierran domingo, o por lo menos tienen un día donde no contestan, pero cómo podemos utilizar las plantillas. So, take it away.
Sorry, was it a question about the limitations on
oh, yeah,
what exactly?
Let's talk a bit about the limitations.
Then I have to like ask this specifying question, like limitations of the numbers you can use, or the limitations on the messages and how you can send them. What exactly will you?
Let's talk about limitations of receiving phone calls on WhatsApp. That's not a possibility right now. Let's talk about the 24-hour rule, how it also applies, and let's talk a little bit, like a little bit from your words about the possibility of free using the number. Like, it's not a Manychat thing, it's a Facebook thing that you have to use another number or you will lose it. So explain that to us a little bit, because you are the expert. I only translated what I got from the metaphor, but I would love to hear it from you.
Got it. Cool. So yeah, let's start then from the requirements to the phone number that you can use with WhatsApp API account. Basically, if you go to the Manychat platform and you register a new account, or you have an existing account and go to the settings to connect WhatsApp integration, at some point you will be taken to the Facebook flow, where you can basically either select your existing business manager and existing WhatsApp business account, or create a new business manager and WhatsApp business account and connect your WhatsApp phone number. And the trick is that you cannot use any WhatsApp number that is associated with any other WhatsApp products. So currently we know 3 WhatsApp products, which are a personal WhatsApp app that you can download from the Play Market and App Store. Then there is a WhatsApp Business, which is also an app that you use to manually communicate to your customers on behalf of your business. And then there is this third type of account, which is WhatsApp Business API account. And those 3 products are all different accounts that cannot share a phone number between them. So you're supposed to use a unique phone number for each of those accounts. You can translate that and then I'll continue.
Super, chicos, con el tema de las restricciones que hemos estado hablando, quienes estuvieron en la primera y segunda clase recuerdan que hablamos un poco sobre el tema, la metáfora de los primos. Lo que nos explica aquí Jenia es el hecho de que cuando tenemos un número de WhatsApp personal o un número de WhatsApp Business, son números que están autorizados para usarse dentro de nuestro teléfono. No tengo mi teléfono aquí, entonces voy a usar esta candela. Podemos utilizarlo, tenerlo en la mano, escribir directamente con el teléfono, pero por restricciones de Face, todo lo que es ya WhatsApp API para Business, o sea, que se conecta por código abierto a otras aplicaciones, son exclusivos de uso para eso y no se intercomunica la información. O sea, que lo que tenemos dentro de nuestro WhatsApp personal o WhatsApp Business no se va a transferir a WhatsApp API. Esas conversaciones desaparecieron. Esos datos desaparecieron. Stickers guardadas mueren. Entonces, por eso es que Manychat nos recomienda siempre un número nuevo o uno que no estemos usando del todo para pegarlo al API y no vernos pues afligidos por las restricciones de que ya no se va a poder usar en un teléfono de mano, digamos, en un móvil.
Okay, I can continue, I guess. So basically, if you when you're going through this registration flow on Facebook side, if you attempt to use your phone number that's currently connected to any other WhatsApp products, you will be alerted by Facebook that this number is, cannot be used. It's already in use, and something along the lines of this. So our very basic and simple recommendation is to use a brand new phone number that you can get from your local carrier, or maybe some virtual number from the services like Twilio or other providers that you have locally. This will also work as well. The main thing about the phone number that you're using is that it should be able to receive either SMS or voice call at least once, so that you can receive the verification code. Because, you know, like every time you provide a phone number to Facebook runs the standard verification procedure. They need to be sure that this phone number belongs to you. And for this, they send the verification code that you then need to type in as well. So that's the only requirement for this phone number. So in order to receive the code, you can temporarily put the SIM card like in your handheld device to receive the code, and then it doesn't matter if you use the SIM card on the physical device or not. It will just stay there. Once it's verified, it will stay there as your unique ID on the WhatsApp Business API account, and you will not need to carry the device around with you to be able to continue use that number. But some carriers, I know that if you're not shown any activity with like depending on your plan with your local carrier, they might request you to make some phone calls or send some SMS to evidence that this number is active. Otherwise, they will take it from you and issue to and give it to some other customer of theirs. You don't want that to happen, because so pick your plan carefully. The ideal option would be if you just own the number and you pay fixed monthly fee for it, and it will, as long as you pay, it will always like stay with you. I don't know if your local carriers allow such kind of plans, but otherwise you would need to show some activity in the within the month, so they do not take it away from you. WhatsApp requires.
That's actually really important. Really important. About that.
WhatsApp requires you to own your phone number. So if you lose that ownership, actually nobody knows what happens next. We haven't faced cases like this. When someone will be in this situation, we will definitely write a help article on this. So far, we haven't come across such such customers. So we cannot even tell what happens if you lose the number.
Okay, I'm going to translate real quick because that's super important information. Chicos, aquí lo que nos están diciendo es sumamente importante, súper importante. Es el hecho de que tenemos que asegurarnos, sea que compramos un número de teléfono digital como los que da Twilio, o que compramos el chip en alguno de nuestros carriers locales para ventas de chips. Tenemos que asegurarnos de que podamos recibir, sea a una llamada o un mensaje de texto, porque siempre Facebook nos va a enviar a nosotros un código de verificación para asegurarse que este número realmente es nuestro. Entonces, tenemos que tener sí o sí ese chip o esa posibilidad de recibir un texto para poder verificar. Nos está diciendo que es sumamente importante que ustedes sean los dueños de su número. Literalmente no tenemos ni puta idea qué pasa si alguien pierde la propiedad del número. ¿Ok? Digamos que yo compré un chip adicional para mi bot y lo dejé de pagar. Nadie sabe qué pasa todavía, ni Facebook. Y que cuando ya pase que alguien perdió el número, se escribirá un artículo de soporte al respecto, porque literalmente no se sabe aún. ¿Ok? Entonces, básicamente con esto es la cosa más importante que preguntemos cuando vamos a ir a comprar, ¿ok? Cuando vamos a ir a comprar nuestro número telefónico, que es el hecho de que tenemos que consultar si nuestro network carrier, en el caso de Costa Rica, Colby, Claro, Movistar, que preguntemos limitaciones de uso. O sea, necesitan que haga una llamada cada cierto tiempo, necesitan que reciba un SMS cada cierto tiempo. Algunas plataformas, chicos, de números telefónicos, mientras vos pagues la mensualidad, si es un prepago o un postpago, no importa, pero mientras lo pagues, no pasa nada. Por ejemplo, en Costa Rica tenemos con Colby, que es como la principal de acá, que si pagas, creo que son $2 cada mes, no importa si lo usas o no, ¿ok? Pero que consulten eso, porque dado que este chip es muy probable que ustedes no lo tengan puesto en ningún teléfono, en ningún teléfono, es muy factible que si su carrier les pone esas limitaciones de que tienen que recibir una llamada, de que tienen que recibir un mensaje y no lo están usando, pueden perderlo. Y como nos dice Jenia, no tenemos ni la menor idea qué sucede si perdemos el número telefónico. So I didn't even think about that. That's super important. So, hi, Nastia. Chicos, tenemos a otra invitada aquí, a Nastia, que es parte del equipo de diseño de producto. Vamos a ver si nos acompaña. If you want to join in, if you want to share your camera, if you want to just do audio, you're more than welcome to. We love to have you here. So just feel free to do whatever you want, Nastia. Ok, vamos a ir brincando ya a la sección de preguntas. Ya tenemos bastante. So we have 12 questions. Do you want to go over them right now? Awesome. Okay. And let's go. Okay. Número 1. I think this one's really good, from Salva. Will we be able to attribute which subscriber or lead comes from which growth tool or campaign? Pregunta Salvador que si vamos a poder saber y atribuir cada contacto que entra por cuál campaña o herramienta de crecimiento estamos recibiendo.
Yes, sure, definitely. Great question. The attribution is really important. So like every way that can be used on the platform on Manychat to bringing the contact to your WhatsApp account, to the bot, so that you can observe them. And in the audience section, every way can be tracked. So if you go to, let's say, contact details, and you will see the standard property that is called opted in through, and it will, for each contact of yours that you acquired, you'll be seeing like which way they opted in through. Like it can be like ref URL growth tool, and it will contain the exact name of the ref URL. You can use it if it was uploaded through the API. It will be saying like opted in through API. If they opted in directly by just looking up your phone number somewhere and like contacting you by adding you to the address book and then writing you directly, it will also has like opted in through direct. Well, when we introduce the import, CSV import, it will obviously tell that they've opted in through like direct import, and so on and so forth. So yes, the answer is yes. You can track it. You can use it in the filters. You can create segments based on that. You can broadcast and do the follow-ups based on this filter. And yeah, that is very basic to the entire Manychat. So it will work the same as in Messenger and other channels.
Super, chicos, con el tema de la atribución funciona exactamente igual que en Messenger, en Instagram, en SMS, correos. O sea, podemos siempre saber cuando le damos clic al contacto, sabemos perfectamente de dónde entró la gente, podemos igual poner segmentos, poner etiquetas, poner filtros, funciona exactamente igual. Entonces, si no saben aún dónde es que se visualiza por dónde entró la persona, solamente entren en su Manychat, le dan clic a cualquier contacto y van a ver en el panel derecho uno que dice came in through o entró por, y ahí les dice por dónde fue que entró la persona. Si ustedes tienen etiquetas o condicionales atribuidos a sus flows de WhatsApp, igual van a poder ver. I'm going to skip over this one. I'm just going to say it quick in English and in Spanish, but this one was already resolved. Buenos días, ¿cómo le pongo la imagen de perfil al WhatsApp? How do I change the profile image in my WhatsApp? Juan, lo vimos en la clase 1, puedes verla, está en YouTube, mi primer bot de WhatsApp, y ahí vemos cómo es que se cambia, because we saw this on day 1. Okay, I would like to know if in the future there will be more integrations with other applications than WhatsApp. ¿A qué te referís con esto, Christian? I don't know what you're referring to, like integrating with what? ¿Te referís a más canales, cosas distintas como, no sé, TikTok, o a qué te referís con eso? Because I didn't really understand it. Oh, this is a good one. What are your recommendations or best practices for live chat so agents don't break the rules and we can stay compliant? ¿Cómo es que podemos mantenernos siempre dentro de las 24 horas y seguir las órdenes de Face? That's a really good one.
Basically, Manychat will not let you be non-compliant, because the main compliance requirement that I can think of when we're talking about the live chat is that you are only allowed to message customers within the 24-hour messaging window, and we automatically calculate that window for every contact of yours. So if you go to the live chat and you enter any thread, then like if the contact is within 24-hour messaging window, the composer, the little text field for you to type in your message, it will be available. And whenever they are outside 24-hour messaging window, the composer will be blocked. So you will not be able to do the free input, but you will be able to select one of the approved message templates that you have, and you can re-engage with that contact by sending them a message template. And if we're talking about the support scenario where somebody asked you some question, then 24 hours has passed and then you need to reply to them, you could use the message templates that from either alert update category or auto reply category. I think both fit this scenario. And as long as you have the message template approved, you can use that to re-engage with your customer. I think it also can be solved by sending like interactive message template, like something with along the lines of human agent replied to your, like our support agent has replied to your question, click this button to get the response. And then when they click the response, the flow will be sent with the message containing a custom user field with your actual reply. So for every content, you can have a custom user field that you fill with the answer to their last question. Like it can be automated easily. That's one of the recipes I would use to stay compliant about 24-hour rule.
Ok, chicos, con esta parte es súper importante que se sepa que Manychat no nos permite no cumplir las normas. Entonces, después de las 24 horas, ya Manychat no nos permite escribir mensajes al propio para evitar que nos bloqueen la cuenta de WhatsApp. Entonces, sabemos por las primeras 2 clases que tenemos las plantillas de uso, tenemos toda la información de las últimas 2 lecciones sobre cómo podemos reinteractuar después de las 24 horas. Pero esa es la maravilla. Manychat no nos va a permitir del todo escribirle a la persona de manera manual dentro del live chat si no estamos con las 24 horas. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que nos está diciendo? Que podemos utilizar la maravilla de las plantillas para poder enviar mensajes como tu agente de servicio al cliente ya te contestó, dale clic a este botón para reiniciar la conversación. O le podés decir cosas como, hola, aquí estoy para ayudarte, disculpa que tardé tanto, ¿podrías recordarme XYZ para poder retomar la conversación? Cuando la persona nos escriba de vuelta o la persona presione un botón o ya reinteractúe con nuestro bot de WhatsApp, volvemos a habilitar estas 24 horas y ahora sí Manychat nos permite escribir, nos permite redactar, nos permite volver a typear con la persona siempre dentro del live chat. Recordemos que muere el uso en ningún otro lado y ya con eso nos aseguramos de que vamos a estar siempre cumpliendo con las normas. I really like this one from Patricia. ¿Cuál fue el mayor reto al conectar WhatsApp con Manychat? What was your biggest challenge connecting WhatsApp to Manychat? From Patricia.
Like if you ask me as a developer, oh my God, there were so many situations when we like cracked our head. If you ask me as a user, then basically everything I shared with you about the limitation was like figured out empirically almost each and every one. So basically, yeah, the thing that I was very surprised to learn that I cannot just unlink the phone number from one of my existing WhatsApp accounts, like personal one or a business one. There's no such thing as unlinking a phone number from the existing WhatsApp account. The only way to free this phone number is actually deleting account altogether. That was the most difficult part to understand, but it is what it is. Yeah, thank you for questions.
Chicos, que el mayor reto que tuvo fue que no había documentación, o sea, Facebook, el tío Marquito, ni siquiera les dio documentación al respecto de qué era lo que se podía y no se podía hacer. Entonces, Jenia tuvo que ir aprendiendo todo de manera empírica. Tuvo que ir viendo, uy, mae, pegué este número y ya no lo puedo despegar a menos de que borre por completo la cuenta. Uy, es que pasó esto, uy, pasó lo otro. O sea, todo el reto que tuvieron fue encontrar esas limitaciones con cada paso que iban tomando. Entonces me fascina porque de hecho lo que nos están contestando aquí es que todo este conocimiento que tenemos ahorita, toda la maravilla de datos que tenemos ahorita sobre qué se puede hacer, qué no se puede hacer, cuáles son las repercusiones, han sido porque Jenny y su equipo han ido aprendiendo por nosotros para evitar que nosotros tengamos esos problemas. Entonces, básicamente, ok, pongámosles todos, gracias, 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 dejemos aquí en el chat, gracias, 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 porque ellos se comieron la bronca por nosotros, ok? Entonces, todos pongámosle gracias, everyone is thanking you for that learning process that you had so we wouldn't have to. Entonces, aquí estamos todos saying thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Okay, follow-up question from Jocelyn. Will WhatsApp be available next year? Will it be worldwide or a slow release? That's number 1 of 3. So let's go with that one first. Jocelyn nos pregunta que si WhatsApp va a estar disponible el otro año y si va a ser un lanzamiento global o lento.
Cool, awesome, great question. First of all, let me answer about the geographical limitations. There are none, basically. So if we launch beta, we'll launch beta for every country. If we launch general availability version, which means like out of beta version, we also launch it for every country. The only countries that WhatsApp will be not available in is those that like are prohibited by the US sanctions, such as Cuba, Iran, if I'm not mistaken. But the full list can be found in the WhatsApp policy documents. Other than that, if the country is not prohibited as a market, like by US legislation, that's fine. We're there. Like we also started our localization program, so we gradually translate Manychat to different national languages. It's not an easy and a fast process, but we started it and it's going. I don't know if every language will be available by the time when we plan to go out of beta, but it will not be a blocker. That being said, Spanish language is one of the first that we are trying to localize product to. So I think it's actually already should be available to the most of you, the Spanish language, the Spanish version of the interface. So talking about the WhatsApp exactly, we're gonna be doing our best to go out of beta by the end of Q1, so by the end of January, February, March. If it's not by the end of March, then it's gonna be Q1, but it's definitely something we want to achieve. And going out of beta, it actually just means, in our case, just adding the functionality that is requested the most. So basically, beta in our case doesn't mean that the product is unstable or it has lots of bugs and errors. In our case, it just means it doesn't have as much features as other channels such as Messenger. And before going out of beta, we want to make sure that we provide every vital feature that you guys request. And when we have them all, we can say, okay, it's time for us to get out of beta. But don't worry about the quality, about the stability. I think like it's safe to say that every feature that is there, it's stable. And if you spot some bugs, you know what to do. Go to our support team, write tickets. We'll solve that and sort this out real quick.
Súper, que chicos, se espera que ya el cierre de beta, o sea, la apertura completamente global, se vaya a tener para finales del primer cuarto del siguiente año, ¿verdad? O inicios del segundo cuarto, para que ya todo el mundo pueda tenerlo. Estamos hablando también, me parece sumamente importante, del hecho de que el hecho de que esté en beta no significa que no esté terminado. Sí está terminado, solamente que se siguen haciendo mejoras, se siguen haciendo actualizaciones, se siguen agregando funciones. Entonces, ya quienes lo están usando tienen una función bastante útil de poder utilizarlo, pero que ellos se basan mucho en cómo nosotros como usuarios reportamos lo que estamos encontrando, puntos de mejoras, qué es lo que queremos ver también en WhatsApp, que por eso si se recuerdan, los Franks vimos un formulario que habían enviado sobre qué funciones queríamos ver y esto nos funciona muchísimo. Entonces, this one I think it's very important. The sign-up process for beta requires that you use your business manager. Is this still something we will need when it rolls out completely? Que por el momento necesitamos hacer el proceso de iniciación con un business manager. Sabemos que alguna gente tiene problemas con el business manager y nos pregunta Jocelyn si esto va a ser vital cuando ya salgamos de beta.
Great question. Thank you so much for that one. Yes, definitely. When it's out of beta, you'll still be in need of an access, in fact, admin access to the business manager, because as in case with the ads manager or any other like digital asset that you have like within the Facebook ecosystem, business manager is the tool offered by Facebook to manage all your digital assets, all your business assets. And WhatsApp Business API account is one of your assets that Facebook allows to manage through the business manager. So if you're an agency, if you're running an agency and you do it for your clients, make sure you're securing the access to business manager, at least to set this up. And yeah, the answer is yes. After the official launch, it's unlikely that the process of signing up and connecting Manychat and WhatsApp Business API accounts will go without business manager. Business manager is going to be a part of that, definitely.
Chicos, el Business Manager siempre va a ser un componente de todo lo que sea propiedad de Facebook. No importa si es WhatsApp, si es Instagram, si es Facebook, no es un paso que podamos saltarnos. Sea como sea, tenemos que tener un Business Manager para la cuenta o la empresa para la cual queremos agregar un bot de WhatsApp. Nos dice Zenia que esto no es algo que se vaya a poder saltar nunca. No importa si ya salimos de beta, siempre tenemos que hacer un proceso de verificación porque esta es, digamos que la manera en la que Facebook se encarga de verificar que somos quienes realmente somos, que tenemos la empresa que decimos que tenemos. Entonces, este es un proceso que sí o sí tenemos que utilizar. This one is a very quick one that has actually been asked a lot over the past 3 days. I have not been able to answer it. Can you use the new WhatsApp number to make calls, like native from the phone, not from WhatsApp, but like from the phone? Can you still make phone calls with that number? Pregunta Jocelyn si este número telefónico, sabemos que no se pueden hacer llamadas ni llamadas por WhatsApp, pero si lo podemos utilizar dentro de nuestro teléfono para hacer llamadas nativas. And will this affect the automation? Si esto afecta las automatizaciones, si hacemos llamadas directas del teléfono.
Basically, like if you get yourself a new brand new phone number, free of any connection to Manychat or for connection with like WhatsApp accounts, WhatsApp personal, WhatsApp business, the thing we covered. So if it's a brand new phone number that you use both with your handheld device, let's say you're a store manager and you have it in your work phone to answer direct calls, and you use the same phone number at the same time with Manychat WhatsApp integration, it should be totally fine. It can be used for receiving calls. If we're talking about the regular calls, the cell network, the LTE or like 3G, 4G, whatever G you guys have in your region, that one. If people will call you through the WhatsApp, like WhatsApp calls, those cannot be received, even though some of the users told us that it's actually possible to start calling you simply will have no ability to answer such calls because your client is Manychat, and in Manychat so far there are no any functions to respond to WhatsApp calls. Maybe somewhere in the future we will have it. We maybe have the ability, such as IVR experiences. So if we detect, of course, WhatsApp API should allow it in the first place. If they allow to somehow process incoming WhatsApp calls, and they provide some functionality for that, we can maybe I don't know, introduce some default reply for incoming WhatsApp call. But so far, it's not the possibility. So you better make it explicit to your contacts that you cannot use that particular phone number for dialing over the WhatsApp. Please use bot automation only and type replies, and use messaging.
Súper, con esto chicos, sí podemos recibir llamadas normales, no afectan nada la automatización. Recordemos que si nos llaman directamente por WhatsApp, algunos de nosotros hemos reportado que sí nos empieza a timbrar. Por ejemplo, a mí me ha timbrado, que de hecho fui la que le dije a Jenny como, es que sí sale la llamada, pero no entra. Entonces, esto es por limitaciones directas del API de Face, donde sería buena práctica o buena idea que en nuestro mensaje de bienvenida pongamos cualquier cosa. No podemos recibir llamadas por WhatsApp, sí nos puedes llamar a este número normal. Entonces, si tenemos el chip colocado en un teléfono de doble SIM, en un teléfono normal, podemos recibir y hacer llamadas desde ese teléfono. Ya sabemos que no podemos escribir en WhatsApp desde ese teléfono. Sí pueden si tienen la aplicación de Manychat instalada en el cel, pero para que sepamos que sí podemos realizar llamadas perfectamente desde el carrier normal. Jenny, do you happen to know what Google Voice is? Someone is asking, can you connect a number from Google Voice? Pregunta si se puede conectar un número de Google Voice.
Yeah, I think like it's just a virtual number from Google. I believe if I remember it right. I have not personally used that. I also haven't tried to connect a Google number to the WhatsApp, but I also never seen anything prohibiting that. So again, like if this number is able to receive the verification code either through SMS or through the voice call, it should be okay. The only number that WhatsApp explicitly tells cannot be used is toll-free number, the one that is 8-1-800. 800, that one.
Ok, súper. Esta parte, chicos, primero se me había olvidado traducir, perdón, que si están en Cuba o Corea u otros países que tienen prohibido el uso de WhatsApp API para Face, que ahí sepan que no se va a poder utilizar esto. No es tampoco cosa de Manychat, desde, ustedes saben, pleitos entre países. Y que sí se puede hasta donde él entiende, ¿ok? Porque mientras puedan recibir un número de confirmación, pueden usar lo que él personalmente no ha hecho nada con Google Voice, pero que en sana teoría debería de poderse. Y muy importante que sepamos que los números libres de cobro, por ejemplo, los 800, el 1-800, 800 tal, que son los números libres de pago para los clientes, esos explícitamente se sabe que no se pueden integrar. Wendy has the question in all of our minds. When do you think we will be able to utilize our existing SMS database and import our existing number database on Manychat to be able to do WhatsApp campaigns? ¿Cuándo piensan que podemos importar una base de datos y utilizar nuestra base de datos existente de números para campañas con WhatsApp?
It's obviously, yeah, thank you. That is a great question. When, like, let me answer this like really short. This feature is definitely one of the top requested, the one we're looking forward releasing, like one of the first in Q1. So expect it like really soon after the new year. So like first weeks of January, like mid-January and January somewhere around this time. Yeah, really important feature. Definitely need to be shipped as soon as possible.
Super, chicos, que lo más probable ya para Q1, enero del otro año por ahí, ya vamos a poder tener la función de hacer importación y el mismo uso de la base de datos ya existente. And last but definitely not least, hello, Denia. I am from Mexico City, and I would like to know if in this app there will be a possibility of receiving payments as it is done now with Messenger, connecting via PayPal or Stripe. Pregunta Juan Pablo Bautista Ábalos que si sabemos en qué momento o si vamos a tener la función en algún momento de poder recibir pagos por medio de WhatsApp de la misma manera que lo hacemos en Messenger mediante PayPal o Stripe.
Got it. Yes, I think that that is also should be like expect that in probably the end of Q1 or the beginning of Q2. The e-com features is also one of our priorities, but also, guys, I want to use this opportunity to remind you about our feature requesting and feature voting portal that you actually can use to request features and upvote the existing requests. It's one of the main sources of knowledge from us about what you guys need in the first place. If I do remember right, this pay button feature is not there on the list. So my biggest recommendation to you, Juan Pablo, is to go there and post this request. I'm going to be sharing the link right now.
Chicos, que con esto se espera que en el primer semestre del otro año ya tengamos capacidad completa de e-commerce mediante WhatsApp. Nos está recordando que es súper importante que siempre tengamos a mano el portal de solicitudes de funciones de Manychat, que ya nos va a compartir el link, porque ahí es donde podemos pedir funciones, votar funciones ya existentes. Van a encontrarse varias mías pidiendo cosas como loca. Entonces, ya nos va a compartir un link donde podemos ir a pedir y votar funciones. Ahí todo el equipo de Manychat puede ver qué es lo que estamos solicitando y ya Denia nos acaba de dejar acá cómo es ese link para poder ingresar y ustedes poder votar. Siempre fíjense primero si su solicitud ya existe. Cuando ustedes van escribiendo, a la derecha les va a salir un panel de cosas que ya han sido consultadas, ¿ok? Que pueden ser similares a lo que ustedes están escribiendo para que no tengamos preguntas duplicadas. So, to close our session, is there anything you want to tell them? Any news, any features that are coming, anything you want to share with the group? Cualquier cosa que quiera compartirnos. Before we do this, I want everyone, quiero que todo el mundo, porfa, escriba gracias, Nastia, ¿ok? Así como lo estoy escribiendo. Gracias, Nastia, pónganle, because Nastia can't join, pero quiero que todo el mundo le ponga gracias, Nastia, porque es la mega desarrolladora de producto y es la crack que nos ha llevado la parte gráfica de WhatsApp. Entonces vamos a poner todo el mundo ya. Gracias, Nastia. So everyone's saying that they love you, Nastia. Just in case if you can see it, everyone is giving you their absolute love. Okay, ahora sí, if you want to tell them anything before we leave.
Definitely. One of the major things that happened recently for the WhatsApp is that we received the confirmation like from the WhatsApp team that promotional template messaging and in fact that means like promotional broadcasting is allowed. The only limitation that it is allowed in 20 whitelisted countries. So if you go to the knowledge base, to the help portal of Manychat, so support.manychat.com, you can look up the article on message templates and you can see the list of those 20 countries. I think Trulsi can also share it with you guys, where promotional templated messaging is allowed. Facebook recommends to use the category of alert update. So make sure your country is listed as the country where this pilot project was approved by WhatsApp team. And so if your country is on the list, please try to create a message template that promotes some particular offer of yours, product or sale or something like this, and get it approved. And then you can broadcast it to all your audience, like at least as much as your budget allows it, because also if you're not one of the first beta users and you're creating a WhatsApp channel, you're connecting WhatsApp from scratch, it's going to be paid for you. But if not, then till the end of the year, the templated messaging, including promotional templated messaging, going to be absolutely free of charge for you guys. If you were with us before this release, then it's free for you. And you can tell by tracking your wallet expenses. So, yeah.
Ahí está el resultado, chicos, la respuesta al acertijo que les había dejado. Vuelven, recuperamos, llegaron de vuelta a nosotros los broadcasts que le llegan al 100% de la gente por WhatsApp, pagados porque es por medio de las plantillas pagadas, pero vuelven los broadcasts al 100% de la puta población, mae. Recuperamos esto en WhatsApp utilizando, nos dice que tengan cuidado, son nada más 20 países ahorita que están en la lista de países aprobados para hacer esta prueba. Es un demo que está haciendo ahorita Facebook, un rollout que están haciendo con 20 países aprobados. Si van a support.manychat.com, van a poder encontrar ahí la lista de los países y los precios. Aquí nos lo está dejando ya Zenia, la lista de los países aprobados. Que usemos la plantilla de alerta, ¿ok? Alerta de algo, update de alerta, y vamos a poder hacer envíos masivos por WhatsApp al 100% de la población sin sufrir las restricciones de los sponsored messages de Facebook que le llegan a casi nadie, ¿ok? Esa era la mega noticia que no podía darles y ese era el acertijo que teníamos. Entonces aquí están ya los países, como pueden ver, en Costa Rica me llevó puta. Tenemos México, Singapur, Malasia, Sudáfrica, Emiratos Árabes, Rusia, Arabia Saudita, Israel, Reino Unido, Holanda, España, Italia, Alemania, Nigeria, Egipto, Brasil, Colombia, Jamaica y estados. Poco a poco van a ir saliendo más países. So, thank you so much for everything, Denia. This was incredible. Mil gracias, Denia, por todo. Estuvo de verdad espectacular. And hopefully this will be super useful to other people who see it later. Ojalá que esto les sea de utilidad a otras personas que lo vean luego. We will say goodbye for now, and I will make sure that everyone joins in on different groups to give you the feedback that you need. Entonces, chicos, vamos a asegurarnos de meternos en distintos grupos como la comunidad, como el grupo de WhatsApp Beta, para poder dar nuestro feedback a medida que lo vayamos encontrando.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. It was great to meet you all. Hopefully, you'll visit more of our online events in the future, and it was useful for you to jumpstart your WhatsApp automation.
¡Woohoo! Nos dice que muchas gracias por unirnos, que ojalá podamos todos unirnos a distintas sesiones de aprendizaje que tengamos en el futuro y que tengan un súper buen camino haciendo sus primeros bots de WhatsApp. Entonces, ¡mua! Thanks everyone. See you in our next webinar. When will that be? Probably January. ¿Cuándo va a ser nuestro próximo entrenamiento? Probablemente en enero, pero ahí nos estamos viendo. ¡Chao!